हेलो हेलो हेलो। हेलो 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 मेरे प्यारे भाई लोग, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। भाई कैसे हैं आप लोग? चलो भाई, आज अपन करते हैं पहला गेम शुरू। गेम नहीं, एक काम करते हैं, चलो पजल से ही शुरू करते हैं, ठीक है। लेट्स स्टार्ट द फर्स्ट पजल ऑफ द डे। सो इट्स वाइट टू मूव एंड कैन यू फिगर आउट हाउ टू विन अ मटेरियल? ओके। ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दिस गेम। It's white to move. This is a blunder, and can you find out how to win a material? I think there is queen check, and after that there will be pawn push. No, queen check is not working. Uh, how I can win a material? By going for check, pawn push, or maybe placing my queen on d file to attack that pawn. D4 to. Hello, hello, Kamlesh bhai. Welcome to the stream. Queen to queen to G4 attacks that pawn. But simply queen can defend now. What is the way ahead? Like there is a queen check. It's wrong. This is also wrong. आपकी रेटिंग क्या है पजल में? Currently it's 2091. Till yesterday I was on 2150. I think bishop takes rook नहीं. That's the way. Sacrificing knight so I can get a piece. Whoa. Seriously? Okay. Way to win material. Knight attacks bishop, but what after that next? Wrong. Okay, attacking his bishop, going to take that pawn. After that, I can just take his rook. This bishop is not going anywhere. मैं आज 2600 कर लिया पजल, क्या बात है यार भाई, ग्रेट, ब्रिलियंट यार, बहुत सही. दिस इज सिंपल पजल. नहीं. Sacrificing the rogue because there is mate in one. Okay, it's white to move and find a way to win knight. Knight, okay. I think bishop takes bishop, rook takes queen on g file, and I can just take his knight because it was attack on rook as well as knight. Finally, we started solving puzzles. Now it's black to move. Can you seal the victory? Okay. So I think there is check and rook takes, knight takes, threat for mate. Check is wrong. Simply knight goes there was better option because queen can go for exchange and take my knight. Got it. Try to win my bishop. Do you see a way? It yes, I can just see this check and take his bishop. But is there anything else? Nothing is there. Can you find out a way to win material? I have bishop attack queen. Queen can go for check. Rook comes back is the better option. No. Let's go for mate threat. No. Hello, hello, Rook up Satyam. Hello, Satyam, bro. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're right. Check. Miss that square. Rook push. Rook to d1. Yes, 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 yes. I need to. I need to look properly. So I can just take his knight for free. Take with knight. That's the way. Bishop go to b2. come on, yaar. Our puzzle points is decreasing a lot. Think about checkmate. I think it's a check and mate. Whoa, and mate. Eh, Yes, Independence Day tomorrow. Hello, Master's Pass. Welcome to the stream. Little bit early from today. Okay. In this position, I think I can just move my bishop because rook can simply go for take. Let's go. Rook to e8. Rook to f1. Streak of two. How safe is my king? Okay, I think it's black to move, and we have to checkmate him. So there is a check, but king can simply go back. How I can block this square? So king cannot go back. Or maybe check, king goes back, and rook on a4. King to c8, rook to e8. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute. I have someone on the door. I'm back. Okay, so king to c8, rook to a8. King to c6, you mean? King to c8. Which king to c8? Knight to c8. Okay, this check is not working. King to c8. I think it's king to c6 first. C6, yes. C6, not, yes. Rook to a8. So, yeah. Next thing, it's a bishop check. King cannot go in. But if I give him bishop check, my both the bishop will be an attack. His king can sit on d1. Maybe I can just take my knight forward or just attack his rook for now. No, if I just attack his rook, I cannot activate my dark square bishop. So maybe check first. King sits on d1 is force, and no, so c6 is the better option. Check, attack his rook, and there is this threat. Yes, bishop to c6. Correct, bro. Correct. You are right. How you analyze this position? I'm not able to even see this. See the threats. Okay, I think there is no check right now. So maybe I can just take this pawn. It's wrong. I'll go for mate threat and take with pawn and continue with the mate threat. Take his rook. He cannot do anything. Come on, yaar. What I'm doing? I don't know. I'm so bad at puzzles today. Can you find out way to win material? I can just go for check. King moves. There is knight check. Okay, I can just take his rook and simply. I think I should not take his another rook because there is a check and he can just go for draw. So I think I should go for queen exchange instead. That's the correct way. Otherwise, he could have draw. Takes on a1. So it's white to move. GG. Finally back in. So we have bishop check. Bishop check. King needs to move. And if king goes forward or here, there is queen check and I can take on his bishop. But if king goes in, then I need to think. Okay, bishop check is completely wrong. Queen on, that is also wrong. I think his queen is trapped. Queen trapped, yeah. Queen trapped. Queen to g5. Queen to g5. That also was wrong. Okay, let's move on to next puzzle. I can just pin his knight, is the way. Another thing is just take this knight, let him take bishop. No, he is going for my queen. I cannot let him to take. So for now, pin and then take on this knight and take on this knight. Although I'm piece up, but still need to play it. Try to go for exchange because his another plan is queen to h6. How I can stop that? I need to think of that. If I do a pawn push, it's wrong. If I move my rook, is not working. Queen to d8, but that pawn take will also not work after rook takes. Rook to g8. Okay, yeah, right. King moves in and rook to g8. That was difficult to find. Let's move on to the games now. We'll play rapid, starting with rapid. First rapid of the day. Let's go. Playing against 2249, we have already reduced so much of rating, but let's improve it today. Anglo opening. I was doing a single push. If I make a pawn push, there is this pawn push. So I think that's wrong. He cannot activate his knight. Maybe pawn push. If he try to attack my knight, I'll attack his queen. And after that, I can play my knight on d3 with check. But there is bishop takes. And after bishop take, his bishop can take my rook. I think I should go for double push then. Yes. g5. Bishop to g4, bishop to h5. Takes. Pinning his knight. Bishop can take my knight, but there is bishop guarding it. Okay, I can just take on his bishop. This is a blunder he made, I think, because queen cannot take it. There is bishop takes. Now this is also a blunder because after bishop take, I'm attacking his rook and I can save my pieces. Save my piece back. Also, I can take on this pawn, but let's defend. Defend is always the best thing because we already got piece up. So yes, knight. Offering him knight exchange looks much better. Knight to d6, yes. Offering him knight exchange, but he can just take and push. I can just take his knight, and after queen take, I'll just do a pawn push, or maybe I can activate my bishop also, and that's it. Let's go. He resigned. Win knight. That was a good find. Let's see. Let's see it again. That was a really good find. Knight attacking queen, queen defending bishop, and we saved attacked a piece, and we got a attack on rook as well, knight as well. Okay, chalo, let's move on to another game. Pin knight. Vengi opening. All time favorite. I, I think I should play Italian because there are so many options in that. From next game, I'll try Italian. Although this is also Italian, but I want little bit different variation in Italian. Offering him bishop exchange and activating my knight on g3. For c3, c4, c5. So I can go for. Okay, activating my knight on g3. Knight cannot activate further. That's why I just block this. And I can just take this pawn and go for this. Pawn push. Bishop can also take pawn. I can take it back with rook, but there will be attack on knight which will remain. Attack on his bishop after this move. Bishop to b5 bar bishop to c2. I can just pin his king and knight activates further to attack in game. None of his piece can activate now. Okay, I just need to move from that pin, move away from that pin. I can activate knight further, offer him exchange. Okay, takes. ठीक है, चलो, no problem. I'll activate knight further. At queen attacking knight. Bishop takes, knight takes, and queen takes knight. Knight cannot come forward anywhere. Pushing his knight. I don't want his knight to sit here. Um, maybe I can just activate my. Let's attack his knight. Let's pin his knight. Let's take all the pieces in the game. I'll activate queen on e2 and bring my rook on f1. That's the plan. There is no pawn push because after that there is a knight check. Take his queen and rook f1. भाई ब्लाइंड लोगों को पता कैसे चले कि वो जाग रहे हैं या सपने में हैं? गुड क्वेश्चन. आई थिंक जब भी वो होश में आएंगे. Everything is all right. Yeah, everything is all right. Can just take that knight. Rook takes. Activate my rook. No. Rook activation. There is knight take. Knight take is wrong for him. Reason behind it. I can just take on that pawn. Okay, I can now attack his queen in support of knight. After queen moves, I can just take that pawn. Let's go. This is winning. Uh, I can give him check and take his queen. Now he has knight and okay, check. Queen on d7, attacking knight to take pawn, or maybe just pinning. It's just a pin and rook to c8. After that, yeah, I can now just continue to push on h5, h4, h5. He cannot move his knight, neither he can move his rook. Both are let's go guys. पर उसको कैसे पता कि वो होश में है? No one can solve this mystery. यार अंधे को कैसे पता चलेगा यार कि वो अंधा है, सीरियसली। पहले तो मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि अगर इफ एनी बेबी इज ब्लाइंड, देन हाउ डज ही नोज दैट, हाउ ही कैन सरवाइव, लाइक सबसे पहले तो हाउ ही कैन touch thing, and how he will able to know that sign language, and how he will not sign language, that uh blind language is there na, which is there on, which is there everywhere. I'm here. So he's how what he's saying, that how will a blind people know that if he's sleeping or if he's awake? Maybe he's just pray. If he fall from sleep, he should have taken night. Arey yaar, I also miss that he can just take on my night. What was that? That was free night on D4. Yes, yes. He missed that. Seriously. He was in so hurry that he missed that night was for free. I made one blunder, he made two blunders. That pawn push was a blunder because I can just take on, but I missed that, and I took that but little later. King move was miss. Okay, best here was just to bring my queen in between, offer him queen exchange. And knight there was a blunder on which he did another blunder, and that's it. Maybe I'm having so much good day. Maybe my luck is working so good today, or maybe his luck was very bad. Alka's defense, come on. I like this Alkine's variation. I don't know, but I'm just obsessed with this variation. To let him develop the pieces and bring everything in the center, and then attacking his center. Thanks for subscribing. We have 600 to target. Let's target for today is 615 subscriber. Come on, guys, make it 615. Take his bishop is force. Uh, can I not just take that pawn? I think I should take this pawn. So I can activate my dark square bishop to take on this. Maybe not now, maybe in future, but and after this, my plan is to go for short castle because if I'm going for long castle, there is a pawn push activity, and his king is weak today. His king not saying not. His king is weak. Activate my rook on d8. Will take on this pawn after take. Okay, I can just attack his queen and take this pawn. Yes, knight attack queen, knight takes pawn, but I'll be in problem because I think after take on that pawn, after I just take that pawn, how I can defend it? हेलो भैया काफी दिनों बाद सॉरी मैं नहीं आया नो प्रॉब्लम बड़ी वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम if I take that pawn knight does not have any escape square to go back okay take that pawn king moves forward take this pawn it'll take my knight I can take on another pawn ठीक है or maybe just a pawn push let's take it now I'll take on this pawn and another pawn if he try to go for my knight take on this pawn if knight takes I do have escape square if knight does not takes I do have another pawn and his king is in very bad position. The rook joins in. If he fall and hurt and it's real, if not then dreaming. That's why some people mention surprise that he dreams. Mention surprise that he dreams. Attack is rook or maybe just double push. After takes, yes, double push. I'll also open up my files. Uh, takes. Okay, I can just take it with rook and double up my rooks. I think double up my rooks is a better option. And after take, I'll go with the bishop take. Queen will be placed on e3, but not now. How I can do that? I need to think on it. If bishop takes, allowing him to take this pawn and move my king in defense. Okay. Now he's just offering the knight exchange. and attack on my bishop. Double attack on my bishop. I should go with the knight take first. And I should go with queen on b2, attacking his rook. If his rook takes bishop, I can take his uh, pawn with check, and then I can take on his rook. Queen to d2, queen to g5, and then queen to h4. Queen to h6 is directly h6, check, check, check. No, queen to g5 is much better option. Instead of just going for check, just place my queen on g5. Will he sacrifice his rook for bishop? I don't think so. g5. Check, take that pawn. But I can still go for this check. King goes back, queen to f4 again. I'll go for draw. Queen to f4, again attacking that pawn. He has to defend that pawn, otherwise he'll be in trouble. I think for now, king to g7. Hello, hello, Sarwar Ahmed. Welcome to the stream. King to g7. That's what I was in need of. Moving my king to h6. away from that pin. That's a mate, yeah. I hadn't calculated this. Didn't calculated that mate. Got to learn from yesterday games with you. I also need to learn more. I'm in learning phase only until I reach 2500. After that also, I think I will need to learn more. Anyways, chalo. Let's move on to another game. Scandinavian defense closed. Can go for check. There is a pawn push. Maybe I can just take his knight. Bishop takes knight. If he takes this knight, I can then go for check. Bishop takes knight. He'll take my knight. I can then go for check because after pawn push there is pawn take and take is, yeah, bishop takes knight. And now if he takes my knight, okay, that's a mistake. That bishop take was mistake because now I do have this check and I can take on that pawn. After pawn push, I can take on this pawn. Attack on rook. He'll attack my queen back and I can just place my queen on h8 and give him that knight and I'm going to give him one more pawn also. Come on, take that pawn. Because my plan is to place bishop on h7 to take on bishop attacking. You should have played knight to f6. Knight to f6 is queen take. Check, I'll move my king in. And simply castle, long castle, pinning his queen. No opponent should have played knight to f6 earlier. Opponent have played, yeah, right. You can simply take that pawn also. I missed that. But there will be queen in between, so let's first attack this pawn. Take on his bishop, go for check, queen in between. Okay, rook takes pawn to attack queen. No, he is going for this pawn take now. I think I should activate knight first. Rook on e1, pinning his king also. I'm already down a piece, but I have full activation in the game. That's worth. I'll bring another rook in the game. Come on, let's bring all the pieces. How are you, brother? I'm fine, thank you, brother. Rook to e1, yes. Now I will go for full attack. Rook takes pawn. He cannot take my rook because his king is pinned. He cannot move his rook. If he try to take his queen back, I'll take that pawn and bring my rook. Or maybe I can just place my knight on g5, attack on queen and rook if queen goes back here. If queen goes for that pawn, I'm very fine with that. I'll take on this pawn, bishop in between. There is knight in between. King can just move out if we go for check. And after this, another check. Okay, so takes on this pawn. If queen takes, rook in between. A2 pawn hanging. Take his bishop also, no? Because there is no queen in between. Take bishop, yes. Let's go. Got his queen. Queen pinned. Take with pawn. He can go for castle now, and I need to take his bishop for force and place my queen back. Knight activation forward. Plan is to give him check and fork with knight. If anything tries to come in between, I do have e4 push. Even if knight tries to come in between, I can pin his knight. Okay, let's go. This check and knight to attack both the rooks. Can defend on b2. I think I should first move my king because after this fork, there is check and he can simply defend. So let's just wait, playing the waiting move. What's your highest rating, brother? I reached 2335 was my highest. Attack on knight. It's not a knight attack plan. Its plan is to just go for check. Let him take that pawn. Maybe I can try to push his knight because plan is if he takes knight takes pawn, I can place queen on h6, attack on knight, attack on rook. No worry. Queen hanging. What the heck? Sir, resign. What the heck was that, yeah? He is double 253. He didn't see that my queen was hanging. Seriously, I was about to resign. I also didn't see what a kind of player we are. How we can be double two, double three. I don't know. I don't believe. What's that? I can't believe that. Although this is also not working. I do have check. No, there is no check. Uh, Queen to attack his knight and defending the pawn at the same time. Although I'm not attacking for real, it just what's happening today? I don't know. Opponents are doing more mistakes, more blunders than me. Can you believe that? Okay, there is a check. Okay, I do have this check. Pawn push, attack on rook after that. Stop knight d2. It stopped knight b2. It was anyways resigned. Okay. What was the other option after this check? Knight to b1 check, yaar. Let's review this. I also don't know why I did this. Let's get more focused. I made one blunder. I gave him my queen. He didn't saw that. What was best here? To give him check from top squares because there was. Okay, that's how the game continues from here. Check from c8 was right. That's again another mistake. Good one, yaar. Very good one. Chalo, let's start the next endgame mistakes. Pawn push. I'll take on his bishop with check and then take that pawn. Also, my plan is to take on e5. If he does pawn push, I'll take on e5, let him to take bishop. After that, I can take his knight. If he takes my knight, I can take his bishop. Take that pawn. If he takes my queen, I can take his knight. Attack on both the bishops. Queen to d2. Let's calculate. Let's calculate this variation. Take that pawn e5. Bishop takes queen. Pawn takes knight. If he try to defend his bishop, I can take on another bishop. Let's do it. Konoti started. I don't think it will work. I think it's working. Knight and take his another bishop. I think I made little bit wrong variation. I should have taken his bishop, I think. Okay, let's do a pawn push again, attacking his bishop, trying to move his bishop. That's my plan. Okay, if he does pawn push, I'll take on his bishop, then take on pawn. Knight goes forward. Okay, there is no pawn. Let's take this bishop first, and then knight goes forward is a plan after this. If pawn push, bishop simply sits back. I just want to remove this pawn, which I did. Although he's in +4, but I am in good position. Why not free bishop? Yes. Sacrifice my queen for that. So before two moves, I was good, but when he took my queen, I should have taken his. Okay, he's directly offering rook. Okay, okay, take my rook. Maybe I should not take it, and I should activate my knight forward, because that is not going anywhere. That rook is not going anywhere. He can just go for check. King moves in. It's still pinned. Rook is still under attack. Now I can just take on his rook, because I do have this pawn also after this. Take this pawn with king, with rook. He'll go for check. Take this pawn with rook. If he goes for check, I can try to. Okay, now double up my rooks. If he goes for check, I'll move my king in and his bishop will be under attack. Also, I can take on b7, double up my rooks. Like, I think I need to take my knight over g6, but how I can do that? It's a long way actually. His bishop is powerful, and that bishop is under attack. It's not free. If I take it with knight, he can just place this check. He can play queen check, after which he can take my knight, and he can just defend on squares. But I can take this pawn, double up my rook. There is no threat for mate. Or do I need to exchange after that? So I think I need to exchange rooks after that. So let's just simply move king in. I'll open up h3. That bishop is still hanging. Okay, knight goes back and activate further to attack on bishop and pawn at the same time. And I should push on h3. I should do that first. Push on h3. Knight to f5. Plan is to just take this pawn. And if pawn takes, I do have rook takes bishop. Come on, yaar. h3, h3. I need to do h3. Now I cannot take it because king can take it. But do I have anything better like rook to f3? He cannot move his queen. I can just take his bishop. He saw that knight to h5. Yes. Knight to h6. Now it's knight to h5. Plan to take on his bishop. He'll move it. Okay, let's do h5. Still, I'm going to take his bishop. And he cannot move his bishop because there is rook takes pawn. And that rook is guarded by bishop. So we are fine. Knight takes bishop, pawn takes, rook takes it back. Threat for mate from h6 take. So queen takes, we can take it back with rook, and he'll be left with rook, and we do have bishop and rook. Makes sense. If he takes his knight back, there is knight takes pawn or rook takes pawn. Both are the option. But I'll go with the rook takes pawn because after that I can play. Okay, he's just fine with bishop, and I can take on this pawn. He can just if queen takes that, that's a check and mate. Yeah, I'll go with the pawn push to open up my back rank mate. There is a check, but there is no another check after that. Maybe rook attacks queen does not make any sense. I just need to attack this pawn, and how I can do that? Maybe rook on e7 makes sense. Rook on e7 to attack his rook with bishop. Still, he can go for check, but I can simply move my king to h2. No problem over there. So currently attacking his rook, and now plan is to play rook to f7. Threat for mate. You had his queen. I have mate, I think now. How I missed this check, yaar. Some mate. I should not have moved this rook. Before doing this, I should have played. No, I should have attacked this queen. Winning game converted to losing. I made two blunders. What was best here? First take his bishop and then take his knight and then take his bishop. Two minor pieces. Okay. So, anyways, let's move on to another game. That was fun. That was really fun. Still, it was bad sack. No, it was fun. I made it till the end game, but just made very stupid mistake. That was not even required. I should have calculated that queen was going for check from another block also. Come on, make a move. Why you are so slow? You first have to improve your road, then you can reach 2500. I need to ask municipality. It was yesterday. Today is not yesterday. Winning is queen. Knight goes forward. I think I should take and offer him free pawn. Come on, take that free pawn. And there is knight check. Can take on another pawn. Attack on queen. There is no queen check. Now he has to force move his bishop. Till now it was not forced, but now he has to force take his bishop back. There is check. And bishop takes, queen takes. And I'll go for long castle. No, I should not go for long castle because queen is attacking that pawn. If I go for long castle, queen can take on e8. He'll go for long castle now. I'll go for short castle. Although king file is open, but it's not impacting anything. If I am able to take on his bishop, I do have bishop pin. Let's go for short castle. Attack his queen. Plan to push on b4. If he offers queen exchange, I'll play queen on. No, he's going for another pawn. Offering him rook exchange. Or I think let him take this pawn. I'll continue to push on b4. And if takes, I do have some probability of bringing my rook, another rook in game. Can push. Can go for this check. Okay, let's bring another rook. I'll go with the push. I have feeling q to e6. Q to e6 is not available to not going to take that pawn. So that's why I didn't went q to e6. Now c5 takes. If bishop takes, I can play my bishop on h6. No, h6 is not working. Queen is guarding that. Maybe rook on b8 after that, giving him everything. Come on. Bishop to d4. Fine to take because after that I do have this check. He's not going bishop to d4. Still rook to c5 is there. Okay. I do have plan. I can just place my rook on b6, attack on queen. This rook is protected by queen, but still not working because after every exchange also, there is rook on d file. Okay, if I just take this, rook takes, bishop takes, check with another rook. Rook takes pawn, rook takes, bishop takes, check with another rook. King simply goes back. I do have this check, but there is bishop, which is there in between. Rook to b6 is not working because of he will take queen will take my rook. There is queen, take it back, and bishop takes rook. Or there is a check, takes, check, and I need to bring my bishop in between, and after that he can just take my rook. Maybe what I need to do first is just push pawn and make place for my king. Let's play waiting move. Bishop takes pawn, bishop to h6. Okay, so now rook takes pawn, rook takes rook, bishop takes rook with check, bishop takes pawn, rook takes pawn. Okay, bishop takes pawn, rook takes bishop, rook on b6. Attack his queen right now. Attack his queen. Bishop takes. Cannot take this pawn. Place my rook on b5. Makes much sense. Attack his queen, take on that pawn to go for mate threat. I think you should double your rooks. If I double my rook, there is a pawn push, and he can just take on one of my rook with check. That too with check, which I don't want. Attack his queen, take on. Cannot take on that pawn because queen will sit here. Maybe I should first move my king to g7, and then I can bring my rook on b8. Develop my rooks. Pawn push. Bishop takes pawn with check. Rook takes. Rook takes. Takes and equalization. Double up my rook. Pawn push. Rook takes pawn. And he'll take my rook with check. That's why I'm just planning to move my king to g7, king to h7 first, and then plan everything. But what if we just do pawn push right now? Q to f6 was good. Q to f6, bishop to d4. It was good when rook was on d2. Still bishop to d4, na? Then rook to c6 was there. It's bishop to d4. Okay. Queen to e6, not working. I'll move my king first and then I'll double it up. Double it up on b8. Double it up on b8. If he push pawn, after that I have this pawn take with check. Okay, he's trying to open up my files now. And he'll just offer exchange from here. What if right now I just take this pawn? Take this pawn, rook takes, bishop takes, and king takes. There is queen check. There is rook check, sorry, from b8. King takes, rook check from b8. He does have three options after that, and two more. Maybe rook on b3 right now. So his queen cannot offer exchange from f5. Yes, this is a better option. Now I can just double up rooks. Let's go with this. Doubling up rooks. Bishop takes pawn with check. Rook takes, rook, pawn takes, rook takes. If pawn push. Okay. I think I got a mate. So bishop takes pawn with check. There is rook takes. I'll sack my queen on b1 and rook take will be 4. There is rook takes check. King only needs to move forward. There is another rook check, which is not actually a mate because king can go on d4. How I can block d4? Okay, let's calculate again. Bishop takes pawn, rook takes, queen sacrifice with check. Bishop takes pawn, rook takes, queen sack with check, rook takes is forced, rook takes check. Or for instance, I think I should attack his queen. It's not working because queen king has escape squares. Hello, hello Vishnu. Welcome to the stream. Not working, yes. He has escape squares. Now there is bishop takes pawn with check. He should have taken that. It was winning, direct winning for him. Check. I just need to defend this pawn, otherwise I'll be checkmated. I can simply win on time. 2-1-0. Let's go. Let her checkmate. Win on time. Winning lol. I missed something. I should not have taken this rook. I do have this check. Check. Here, uh, okay, here I should have just defended my bishop back was a better move. Defend my bishop back on e5 because there is a check threats and just going for check does not make any sense here. So here this was a miss. Just bishop sits back. Live मेरे साथ खेलोगे? I'm thinking of starting stream chess. I'm low rated player, so we can make it entertaining. Sure, sure, bro. Bro, review when you was on R2, D2. Okay, let's see. Then pawn push was blunder, and I missed it. What was best here? Okay, because that pawn was not defending. Why here can't he can't play rook on? Okay, that was a threat. This was my game actually, but somehow it converted. Okay, we're saying to check on when rook was on d2. What about q to f6 here? It's not working because see, if q to f6, uh, bishop in between is option. Okay, I can take on this pawn. Yes, that's a blunder. That means so. Another plan was rook on c2, and I should have double up my rooks. But after this bishop, okay, bishop is inaccuracy. 2300 से 2200 हम ऐसे आ गए कि it's a correction. We'll soon reach back to 2300. Oh yeah, I missed that move. Okay, so let's move on to another game.